Bam! We have a show, so then I press go live. And we make sure that's working on YouTube, and it says excellent condition, and then I say excellent, everyone, I am back. And then we gotta go find the group, which is weird. Oh, it's right there. Never mind, it's right there. Thanks, actually. Okay, oh god. Oh, but I clicked the wrong button. And there's that one group that got nuked. All my poor groups. Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Then there's my face. There's my face. And so then we click here. Sure that's no, you don't, Jacob. Then we press off. We're gonna turn off the subtitles, the auto-generated subtitles, because I can't. Look at me. What are you doing? God, I hate Facebook. It's literally the worst freaking thing on the planet. It's such a crappy platform. I'm going to bitch about Facebook for all. Facebook and Instagram suck so bad. What a terrible user interface. There's no reason it should be as bad as it is, other than the fact that us idiots got there first. Like, they got there first, and then we're like, hey, look at that, and then they made trillions of dollars, and now we're all stuck with these BS platforms that suck. Hi, babe. Good to see you. Emily's watching. So I was just ranting to the people at Instagram who aren't watching, who will be watching the playback. So like, hey, Ray, hey, Eliza Lorraine, what are you calling by? Raingo? We'll just call you Raingo. So, Emily, I did some digging into the TikTok stuff because I didn't watch most of it, and like, I don't think we're gonna learn anything new from the hearings. So, as an example, I think I'm just gonna jump into it because I gotta go see John Wick. So the show's got to be an hour. We got to tighten it. We're going to tighten it up. You know, if you ever saw that movie like Knocked Up, like they can't tell you to stop being fat in Hollywood, so they got to tell you to tighten it up. And if you really want to tighten it up for the like the ladies know this, but incel guys who might be watching me, if you're going to take a photo, don't do it like that. Do it like that. And make sure it's right there. And see if the camera's right here and you're sticking your face out, then you don't look like you're fat. You're like, hey, look, hey, ladies, how are you doing? My name's Jake. It's like me in real life. And then there's like catfish me. Hey, it's good to see you. Look at how tight my neck is. Hey, bae, how's it going? How are you today? What's going on? You feeling better? I'm feeling better. I'm gonna see what people are saying about me on Twitter. I don't know. I don't care. I've deeply offended Twitter, sort of again, because I'm like maybe all of you are stupid. Maybe all of you are just stupid if you're thought about that. So, where should we start? Emily, you get to be my producer today. Bree ain't here. Bree's dealing with like her sister or something, who she hasn't seen since she was like 6 months old. Or something. I don't know. So, Bree wanted to talk about positive thinking. That's a great place to start. Positive thinking. Mindset. So, like, what you're going to hear all the time in the professional world is you got to focus on your mindset. You got to get your mindset right. And then you have, like, all these books called, like, the Mindset Map and Mindset Mastery and I actually don't know if any of these are books. Like, I'm literally just making this crap up, but it's like mindset. You go mindset. It's like hustle. It's like you got to hustle, Emily. Just get that hustle. Like, why aren't you hustling? Get your hustle. Like, oh, you guys aren't making money. Maybe you should just try hustling. It's the kind of BS advice that doesn't mean anything. Okay, it's a mindset, and so it's like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'll even use me as an example. So, hey, Jacob, you need to sell more houses. You need to cold call like 80 people a day. You just got to get your mindset right. Think about that swimming pool. Focus on your goals. Get your mindset right. And so I'm like, duh. Hello, you want to buy a house? Hello, you want to sell your house? Hello, you know anybody's house? Real estate. And then, like, after they tell me to F myself a few times, I just want to, like, cry. Because my personality type is I want you guys to like me. I want you guys to like me. Me being liked is what's so important. It's like the most important thing, which is why like me breaking up with your friend Mimsy was such like a groundbreaking thing for me, Emily, because I was like, oh no, somebody doesn't like me. And then I'm like, wait a second, I don't care. And what is mindset is for the crypto bros. Emily, if you knew how pervasive it really was, it's so much worse than the crypto bros. It's everywhere. It's all corporate America. Like, there's these dumb ideas that go through corporate America, which is why Dilbert exists, by the way. So Dilbert exists because of dumb ideas like mindset. Here's the point. My personality type will never be somebody who can just be like, hey, you want it? Hey, you want it? Hey, you want it? Like, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to go up to a club, and I'm also married, and I'm a lovely wife, and I have kids, and just a picture, there's a ring here. So I'm not going to go up to a bunch of girls in the club and be like, you want to do it? 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 All I got to do is talk to 10 ladies, and then I'm going to be doing it after that. Like, incels who are watching, there's your, like, there's your free $1 million tip. Just keep on asking ladies if they want to sleep with you in person. Not on the internet. Just, like, don't send them a picture of your junk or anything. Just be like, hey, yo, Emily, you want to go do it? I'll give you a back rub afterwards. Or before. It's your call. I don't care. And Emily might be like, huh, yeah, sure, okay. And that's how women are, guys. So there you go. So I'm not the kind of guy to do that. I'm more like the guy to be like, nice to meet you. You seem like you're actually looking back at me. That's weird. It's, you know what I'm talking about? When people talk and they're just like weird in their heads all the time and you actually seem present. What are your parents like? Like, you clearly, like, there's something going off that makes you not like these idiots. And then they're like, you think I'm special? And you're asking me about something besides my lip gloss or boobies? And then I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. Dude, I know what all y'all look like without your lip gloss, and all of them boobies are lies because of your bras. Okay, we ain't there. We ain't there. I'm too old to care. And then they're like, and fall all over. But the point is, it's like, I got to do a strategy that works for me. Like, I can't create a mindset to be somebody who I'm not. Okay, and that's what all y'all need to learn is, like, you can step outside of yourself. Like Keller Williams. I want to say Keller. We'll just say Keller. They talk about a rubber band, which is like you can flex your identity quite a bit, and you can step outside of your comfort zone. But eventually, the rubber band snaps back, and boom, you're still you. Okay, not going to stop being you. So a good mind, like positive thinking thing, a mindset thing, is to be the best you can be, not trying to be what society tells you is your best you. So Cousin Bree was the one asking about this. And so Cousin Bree, she's really smart. Cousin Bree's really smart. She reads a lot of books. She's funny. So Bree having positive self-talk could focus on her being like literate, smart, self-educated, likes to read the books. She's a booker. That Bree's a booker. Bree books. Bree books. Bree books in the trunk. So focus on the good qualities that you have to develop a positive view of who you actually are, as opposed to trying to be a different person to feel good about that person. Okay, like I'm never like I might someday I might have a six pack, but I don't care. Like I wish I cared. I really wish I cared. I tried to get the mindset to care. You know what that mindset did? It made me fatter, okay? Because then what happens is I'm like, oh, I'm going to get, oh no, I need a, and then a yo-yo diet, okay? What you can get me to do is lift a bunch of heavy things every single day and do cardio. Like, I'll do that. Like, if you want me to dial in the eating and like the whatever, well, stop making me do a show or sell houses and do a bunch of crap I hate, okay? If I could live on a mountain, in a mud hut, man, I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy if I didn't ever have to talk to anyone on the internet ever again. Jesus Christ, I'd be happy. I'd be like, hey, look, there's a tree. As opposed to, oh my God, we're in the middle of 5G warfare. Trump's gonna get arrested and everybody's rioting in Paris. I was gonna say China, but in Paris. Bah! Oh, there's gonna be a school shooting today. Oh my God, what's like, you're not gonna be happy watching this shit, okay? Excuse my language, but you're not gonna be happy on the internet. That ain't what it's for. It used to be lols. Emily's old enough to remember this. Remember when we used to watch the internet and we'd laugh? And we're like, oh my God, it's like a cat driving. Cats don't drive cars. You know, it's like, why is there like a cat wearing a trans flag, saying like with a mask over it, like its mouth with a bunch of like needles in its arm, saying like, I support the current thing, yay communism. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like I support that meme. I'm just saying that that's like a 4chan meme. That fat, fluffy My Little Pony. That was the best era. Are you talking about like when you were fat, like when we were fat little My Little Ponies, or like when My Little Pony was like, the 80s and My Little Pony before you're born? I'm not exactly sure where we're at. You weren't fat then. You're not fat now. I don't know. What are we talking about anymore? Like, your weight seems to maybe fluctuate 15, 20 pounds. You're also pretty tall. You're not too bad. Mine fluctuates like 40 pounds. I'm like, oh my God, there's a pandemic. So that's positivity for you, Brie. So positive. Here, I'll go ahead and tell you how to create a positive mindset, okay? What you got to do is it's the same thing with all your journals. All your journals. Here's a journal. So we take out the journal, and then we have our thing in the morning, and then we're like, I'm going to look at my thing for today. I'm going to focus on something that I'm grateful for. What am I grateful for? I am grateful for Emily. Oh, look, Cole's here. Boobies are lies. They are lies. Dude, boobies are lies. Makeups are lies. Like, women being prettier than men is a psyop. And I ain't gay, okay? Look, I want to be real clear about this. There's a whole bunch of not gay going on over here. But man, do men age better than women. Am I right? Does everybody know this? And so we're like, if you didn't do, like, if women weren't busy doing all that stuff, we wouldn't notice. We don't care. Look, have you ever talked to a guy? We don't. What? Dude, look at how much ass some people we know used to pull. And they look like trolls under a bridge. And they got more ass than anybody else, okay? It ain't about them looks. Anyway, so, no, when we watch those videos on YouTube, we'd sit and eat tacos. Oh, yeah, that was fun. That was really fun. I miss Flufflepuff. Man, talk about a scam. That Flufflepuff, like, GoFundMe, like, give me all kinds of money so I can make Flufflepuff. Give me, like, 50 grand to make Flufflepuff, and then we got no Flufflepuff. Do you remember that? That's when I learned GoFundMe's a scam. So, anyways, so you go into your book, and you're like, what am I grateful for today? I'm like, I'm grateful for my kid. I'm grateful for my blah, 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 blah. Hey, you know what? Maybe life's good. And so it's not about, like, I'm going to switch my mindset to being so positive because I'm such a positive guy, and I watch Gary Vaynerchuk all day long. Okay, it's not like that. It's like, oh, man, my life's pretty good. Okay, great. And you think about the things that are pretty good, and you're like, wouldn't you know? Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. And that's how you create a positive mind frame. Okay? You just look at the things that work in your life anyways. You focus on those things. You nurture those things. And then you're a positive, more happy person. The end. So let's get back to my very detailed notes, which it's like a shopping list for 4 different shows. And it's got like, so, Cole, I'm going to rip off Uncle Cole, by the way. Like, we've been talking about Uncle Cole for a long time, and I think I might just need to do it. And, like, I have this voice in my head when I fight on fight with incels on Twitter, and it's like, what would Uncle Cole say? I think you guys need to stop being gay. And then they're like, ah, and it works. And so many people are like, you can't say gay. I can. First off, I can say whatever I want. Number 1. Number 2. All kinds of stuff are gay. You know one thing that's gay? Dudes. There's some dudes that are gay and they are into dudes. They're like, man, not only am I attracted to men, we age so much better. Oh my God, like it's really nice. Like we don't have to worry about childbearers, the water weight, any of that stuff. No, this is really easy. It's pretty great. It's good. And you know what happens is if we do each other all the time, we're in great shape, man. Let's all do each other and go to the gym. And then you're like, man, look at those hot ass gay men. Okay, so there's that's gay. And then you're looking at like, so you have like these obnoxious middle school boys. Okay, just picture the most obnoxious 2 middle school boys that nobody likes. Okay, because they're annoying. They're just so obnoxious. Okay, everybody knows what an annoying middle school boy is. Okay, I'm guessing that's right. Okay, so we're all standing around and we're drinking our coffees or whatevers, and then we see these 2 middle school annoying boys rustling on the ground, and they're being annoying, and neither of them know how to rustle, and they're just sort of like rolling around on the ground. And then Cole walks up and he's like, man, you guys look gay. That's a different expression of gay, okay? Like, we can say that. We can be like, dude, that's some gay stuff over there. Because those guys are going to be like, you can't attack my masculinity. And so it's like, is being a gay an insult to people who it's an insult for? Okay, if you got guys who are like overly macho and they're like so freaking concerned about their masculinity that they walk around like this and they drive in big trucks and they're like blah, 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 whatever. Just be like, dude, why are you so gay? They're going to lose it. They're going to freaking lose it. It's not about like, I'm belittling homosexuals. It's about annoying douchebags. Okay? Jesus Christ, why are we so stupid? Like the policing of language, like, hold on, I've actually ranted to both of you about this week. The policing of language is preposterous. It is the control of thoughts that we are allowed to think. It's control over the words that we are allowed to use. You can only have like a very small like bracket of what is acceptable speech, and you better do it this way because you might theoretically offend somebody that exists in my mind. We don't care. We don't care anymore. We don't care. We don't care. Donald Trump was president. It's gay. Okay, Cole. Okay, so we got the comments going. So, gay is like F. I'm not going to say that. I'll still show you some respect, Dad. Tons of meetings. And so it's like gay is like F. So the F word would be like, man, let's go F. Or that's F. Or, oh, F. So it could be like, let's go gay. That's gay. Oh, gay. Like, I'm going to have a gay old time. High five. Look at how gay we all are. We're so happy today on our gay show. Okay, can we stop with the word police stuff? Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. Man, I hope nobody on Instagram watches this. Oh, Mimsy sees this. Bitch. Just kidding. That's another one. Okay, since I said it, since I said the B word, I'm going to say bitch. Okay? Like, men's is bitches too. Like, have you ever seen a man and you're like, God, what a bitch? Am I calling him a woman? No. No, I'm not. I'm not saying like, oh, look at what a woman you are. Or am I like, God, what a like an angry woman you are. You're being such an angry woman right now. Or you're being such a female dog. It's like, no, look at him. He's being a bitch. Dude, I've seen several bitchy men in the comments right now. Cole, am I right? Bam! Just, his name's Cole. He's gay as F. Bitchy and gay as F. I love you, dog. Let's go see John Wick. If you tell someone to S a D, that's bad. Yeah. See, like, if you say go S a D, that's pretty clear, okay? That's not like, you know, bitch or gay or ambiguous. That's direction. But getting fellatio is the kindest act. Yeah, but you see, there's actually more, like, even S a D, there's some ambiguity there. It's like, hey, you know what? I need to S a D, or I need my D est, or go S a D, bro. Those are three different things. Man. The destruction of education is the enemy. So let's move on. So the world's going to shit. The end. Like, so you're not able to see this stuff Instagram. So, but I'm gonna just go ahead and do some searches on the Twitter. And so Twitter should be like, you know, I'm such a Twitter stan, and I'm like, guys, you need to get on Twitter and blah 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 blah. Twitter. There's a reason for it. Like, Twitter's where the news happens. So we'll just do check this one out. El Salvadoran. Is that how I say it? El Salvador. I'll just do El Salvador prison. Prison. If I told a friend to go S&D, it's probably me hyping them to get laid because that's fun and necessary. It is. Dude, y'all need to get laid. Like, all these angry people on the internet, busy ain't getting laid. Okay? You know what's going to be happening if you're having sex? Not being angry on the internet. That's... Okay, so I suffered like you can't imagine this eviction attendant El Salvador's prisons. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Dude, Emily, Cole, check this out. Look at how many people they are. I believe that the El Salvadoran president has built the largest prison in the world. And all these homies, look at those gang tattoos. These ain't nice guys. Credible image from the transferring of 2,000 gang members into the new anti-terrorism prison center CSOT in El Salvador under the orders of President Nayib Bukele. So this dude was like, you know what? All you MS-13 gang members who've been taking over the country, we're locking all of you up for good. We're done with this stuff. Yeah, check this out, Cole. Just keep watching. Like, dude, seriously, you could check this out. But yeah, no, South America is stomping out some gang stuff. So the El Salvadoran president's like, you know what? We're gonna get rid of the gang stuff. And I'm not an expert on this. I have not done a deep dive on this. So do what you will with it, because I generally just kind of look at like the globe and I'm like, wow, you know. Clearly, so what's happened in El Salvador would be an example of a failed state, okay? Like, you know, the CIA went around and screwed over this country real good, and then we went over it, and then other people went over there and screwed this country real good, and then a whole bunch of real violent gang members took over the country, and then the people are like, you know what, we're just going to stand up and kill all these people. It's the general move towards authoritarianism that we're seeing everywhere. Because, like, we'll just say what's the word I'm looking for? It's like I would say the neoliberal world order, which really started under Reagan, but like I would say that it's like the liberal values of the Renaissance are like it's gone to its end, it's over, and people are like, you know what? We might have gone too far. Let's claw back some honor culture stuff, and people need to go get got. So we'll move on. So that's one thing else. Oh yeah, the El Salvadoran president. So he's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to lock up all of the gang members, and we're going to give every single kid in this country access to a computer because technology is the future. So I'm from the technological apocalypse, but I would still be like, hey, El Salvador, you got to teach these kids computers, or Silicon Valley in America is just going to monopolize everything. You should just totally do it. Just go for it. It sucks, but go for it. These kids need to use computers. Otherwise, they ain't going to compete. So, yeah, that's... Okay, so there's El Salvador. So let's do this. Here's one. There's a little country we like to call Paris. I typed a comment. I saw your comment come and then disappear. Facebook sucks. Okay, so there's whatever that is, but that's not, we're done. Oh, here's some cops walking off on the job. They're like, yo, we out. And then there's some more protests, and there's some more protests, but that ain't what we're looking for. These are friendly. This is more of what I was looking for. So there's like a big protest, and there's like, you know, the French riot police. So if you don't know how the French revolt or like riot, dude, they set all the freaking trash in Paris on fire. They just started burning it. I bet Paris smells like a giant sewer right now. And there's enough, the people have had enough of being treated like serfs by a feudalist government. There's a number of things. Yeah, just look at that. The guy's just standing right there. Bam! Let's hit him with a baton. Yay! Look at that. Look at the cops being the good guys again. Okay, and so there's more trash getting burnt, and there's one where it's like, I don't know, there's Macron decapitation, which was probably put up by a CIA spook. Like, I'm just kidding. I don't know. And then there's some more people getting the crap kicked out of them by the cops, and then there's more riots, more trash burning. Like, Paris has gone buck wild. And there's two things that I think are responsible for this. Oh, Luke, there's a guy who loves he's a muckraker, Luke Rudkowski. And he's like, oh my God, the World Economic Forum at the Federal Reserve. Hey, it's Bree. I talked about your positivity at the beginning of it. So long story short, make a list of things that you're grateful for. Focus on the list every day, and then you'll be good. The end. But it was pretty good. And Cole has been censored in America. I've been censored in America. Jesus Christ, have you seen how much shade I've gotten just for like going online and being like, hey, this is what I think's going on. And then 3 years later, people being like, duh, he was right. What a racist. If you're opposed to Pfizer making $1 trillion, you're a racist. If you're opposed to China deliberately spreading a virus around the globe, you're a racist. Like, the giant corporations and the giant authoritarians and the giant oligarchs were just like, we just need to call it something racist, and then the idiots will like just stomp them down. Thanks, plebs, yet again. Let's keep destroying public education because it's working out so far. Where's I going with this? Oh yeah, so Paris, they have more Paris. So what's happening? This is a good trash fire to leave on. So there's 2 things that I've heard about, and I think there's actually 3 things that I've heard about, and really there's 4 things that are going on in Paris right now. And I'm making this up, okay? I'm making this up. I'm pulling this out of my butt. You can ask Emily how shiny things are when they come out of my butt. It's like they were in the dishwasher and polished afterwards. So Macron, the president, was like, okay, we're going to increase the age of retirement from 62 to 64. The Parisians don't like that. The French don't like that because they get heavily, like, the agreement that the French have is that we're going to work our butts off and pay a bunch of taxes, and then we're going to get a good retirement for it. And that's the agreement that the French have with their government. And then the French government's like, well, that's kind of expensive, and we did bring in 18 million migrants. I'm not saying 18 million literally, but I'm just saying like a whole bunch of people came, resources are getting taxed, we're going to go ahead and have to extend the age of retirement. And then these people are like, wait a second, so the United States and England and France started a war in the Middle East that caused one of the largest human migrations in all of history that we were opposed. If you guys remember the protests that we had, this is a bad idea, this is a bad idea. And so these people come over here because they're fleeing the crap show that we made over there, and there's just this massive problem because none of them are integrating into society because we just created a bunch of like migrant ghettos, and now like the French said no, burn it because they're the French. Bree says, I mean, I am kind of racist. Joke. There's people, there's people who totally call me racist, and I'm like the least racist guy, and I make the most, like, I don't make racist jokes anymore. I don't, because it's not the world where we get to do that anymore. It's not the first 10 years of the internet. Bree's still pro-Iraq war. She is the one who is going to go down with that ship. That's good. Yeah, because Iraq turned out so much better. Now Iraq's a proxy of Iran. That's good. And then the rest of it's a failed state. Like, oh, is it because Gay Pride Month's coming up and they were throwing all those gays off the buildings in Iraq? Is that where we're happy? Thanks, Obama. Literally, thanks, Obama. Literally, thanks, Obama. Literally, oh my God, Obama never did anything. Literally, thanks for ISIS, Obama. Literally, thanks for arming Al-Qaeda, Obama. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Anyways, so back to Paris. So they're a little pissed off about that. They're probably pissed off about the migration. They're really... So there was the Yellow Vest protest that happened before COVID. That was convenient. Which was basically a bunch of people like farmers and truckers who are like, hey, you know, I understand that you have all these nice services in the city, but we still need to be able to use diesel gas to be able to grow food and move product. And you guys are trying to ban diesel. So would you stop ruining everybody's lives because you're spoiled? And then... So that's that. I bet this is a lot of that suppressed Yellow Vest energy. Then there's also just the destruction of the European industrial economy over the war in Ukraine. The protest, like, the Europeans are really pissed off about the war in Ukraine and us pushing it. Like, everybody who doesn't think we need to shut this thing down should never vote again. Like, if you're just like, you know what, we need to fight to the last Ukrainian. First, number one, F you. Number two, stop it. Just stop it. Now I gotta go through the comments. Bree makes racist jokes, but only in front of my dark friends. Same. You can't call them dark. It's racist. Thank you, Cole. Breeze, I'm not a fan of Obama, but he got my son interested in politics. Oh, well, that's good. I sing Ebony and Ivory wherever my dear friend comes over. That's pretty nice. We used to sing, it's gonna take a lot to take me away from you. There's nothing that a more... Wait, let me get it back. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I miss the rains down in Africa. I miss the rains down in Africa. anytime Marcus came in the room, we would seriously run over to like the freaking the DJ box, like at Fridays or any of those restaurants. We're like, I'm gonna give it $1 and someone play his song. It's like, I Miss the Rains Down in Africa. Anytime Marcus walked in, it was great. I love that big black man. He gave the best hugs. He's like one of those 6'7" black guys who's just giant, and like you run up to him and you melt. Look, Marcus. Brian Clark knows Marcus. I love him. Anyways. Oh yeah, Obama. So actually, here you go with Obama real quick. I'm going to give them out for you. Obama is not the worst president in my lifetime. That's probably George Bush and possibly Joe Biden. And if you want to know why Joe Biden, did you see Putin and President Xi hugging and like groping each other's hands and like they were licking each other's faces? Thanks, Biden. Thanks, idiots. Thanks, idiots, for taking our worst adversaries and marrying them together. And then the Chinese are like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get the Saudi Arabians and the Iranians to work together. Oh, that's great. So we're going to go ahead and have every single country in the world, the vast majority of the global population, to all hate America. That's what Biden's done. Congratulations. And you can't blame Trump for this. If you blame Trump for this, you also should not vote. And then Bree says, how do you and I share half a brain? I share half a brain with all of the Corona kittens. Like, part of the reason we're all part of the same flock is because we share a brain. We have shared values. We're a shared community. We're part of the online network. So this whole like networking, like, you know, the Westphalian order collapsing and society reorganizing itself and creating like online tribes. This is one of the tribes, and it's because we have shared values. Congratulations. And if we don't have shared values, I probably just offended you so badly. And I don't care, because you need to be offended. You guys you need to stop being such sissies. Just stop it. Just stop it. I saw something that made me mad. Okay. I'm looking at a trash fire. Do you want to see? I could find something that will make you mad. You want me to get on Twitter and find some really offensive, like the worst that humanity has to offer? I could do it in 10 seconds. So let's move on. So that's the Paris fire. Oh, I'm not done. Oh, so we had all the Meyer, and then we had like the that, and then we had the that. I think there was one other thing. Oh yeah. So in order to deal with like, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to. Oh, there's. Oh, I bet cops are gonna beat the crap out of some people in this one. I bet that guy's a journalist. They're like, we don't like journalists here in Paris. Quack quack. Seriously, just do an internet search for it. Go on Twitter, type in Paris, and see that I'm not lying about any of this stuff. Because if you guys are watching normie American news, you have no idea that the world is collapsing. That the Westphalian order is collapsing. That the nation states are collapsing. They have been hollowed out by intelligence agencies and large transnational corporations who are furthering making people hate their government so they could just be like, Amazon, would you go ahead and make sure that I can get my box of medicine because the government collapsed. The end. And so, anyways, and so there's some tear gas, and oh yeah, so like you saw those people getting beaten. These are some cops who said, we're done with the beatings. We're not handing out any more beatings. None of this beaten stuff. And then people are like, yay, there's 10 cops who won't beat us no more. Macron, in order to deal with this, tried banning protesting in Paris. I mean, look at this restaurant. Look at how Parisian this is. Hey, guys, remember, you remember the French? They're the ones who had the French Revolution. So, Brie, okay, we're going to go with the comments. So, I call our collective value Brie Bucks. So, this is us right now. We're in the restaurant. There's the world, Brie. I like the Brie Bucks thing. I want to work on, I want to map this out, Cole. This is worth fleshing out. We're fleshing out Brie. So, Brie, I am the most American lover that you know, but we are effed. So, actually, let's go to a chart on how effed America is. Because I want you to get this. We are so back, baby. America is so back. You don't even know how back we are. Now, unfortunately, we did fall into the gravity well. Like, we thought we were going to make it to, like, Lost in Paradise! Nope, it was a black hole. So we were headed towards Lost in Paradise, but you guys couldn't stand Donald Trump, so boo, we're in the black hole. And the rickety ship is now going through the black hole, and we're, like, watching, like, and like, it's like, oh no, there's a bolt coming out of the ship. And so so that's happening, but we're going to come out of the other side of the black hole and be like, oh my God, lost in paradise. Okay. Like, if you think America's, excuse me, I didn't say it. If you think America's screwed, you should see the other guy. And the other guy is the whole rest of the world. Go to Canada. Canada's done. Canada's done. Canada's cooked. I've been there. You know what happened since the pandemic? Canada, like Langley and Surrey, turned into warehouses. And all those warehouses are filled with stuff not made by Canadians. It's cheap stuff from Southeast Asia that just goes into Canada, and as a result of that, the Canadians are like, well, our economy is so depressed, I better buy the cheap crap. And so it's this vicious cycle of Canada swirling down the toilet, okay, guys? Canada. Kiss the American soil you're standing on right now. The dollar won. I want to get to you, Cole, real quick. When people say, oh, the dollar, oh, the petrodollar, oh my God, look at BRICS, and oh my God, Saudi Arabia and Iran working together, and China and Russia, and they're all going to be on the yuan, and no. We're gonna trash mouth America. We're gonna tell America to go screw itself. We're gonna try to back off as much of America as humanly possible. Baby. Please keep those dollars floating. Because it's the global reserve currency. It's the way you move trillions of dollars around in a second. China needs the dollar more than we need China. As a context. Seriously, I mean, like the dollar won. The dollar won. As a result of it, America won. As a result of it, all of the dollars are going out there, buying up all the assets around the globe, and we're just hoovering all of it up. The spoils will not be delivered equally, but America won. The oligarchs won. We'll win as long as we become licensed professionals or learn how to make a bunch of cash real fast and buy houses at low interest rates. And then you pay off your house and whatever. I gotta move on. Oh yeah, so Bree, America won. Like I want to get this clear, okay? You know what we don't have? We're not sitting in restaurants while outside's on fire. Which in a way, this kind of the French winning. The French are kind of vying for third place. Like first place, the dollar even ate up the euro. The dollar ate up Europe. All that manufacturing capacity that like just got wiped out by the Ukrainian war. America's gobbling it up. We are just like, this cup, I don't have a straw, but this cup is Europe, and I'm America, and this pen, which is supposed to be a straw, is like the results of the Ukrainian war. Ah, that one tasted Italian. Oh, Germany! Oh my God, my Goldman Sachs belly can only eat so much. Well, Spain was actually kind of, it's really, I mean, that was more of a tapas. That wasn't really much of an appetite. Spain's kind of, can we get some more Germany? Oh, how about England? But just Rolls-Royce, because at least they make plane engines and nuclear reactors, because the Aston Martin and like the Range Rovers are BS. Dollars. Am I right? So where were we, Bree? So that was that one. Oh, how about Israel? How about we do Israel? Because I think everything's really cool in Israel. Let's ask Mimsy about it. Israel. Is it Ryle? Okay, there's Israel jets bomb Syria's main hub. Man, we need to get the F out of Syria. Okay, like there's no reason for us to be bombing that country. Those poor damn people. Let me see. 12-year-old Palestinian girl was brutally assaulted by Israel. Okay, there's that, and then there's more. Oh, there's terrorizing Palestinian kids. And if you want to see, like, okay, what's that? Politician is enraged, contemn Putin, but not Israel. Yeah, that's because, like, and this is something that I actually do want to talk about. I'm not seeing, but I'm actually kind of looking at. Let me see. 14 hours ago. This guy's pretty good breaking news. He is a scammer, but somehow he made it to the top. So he's kind of like, he's the Facebook of the Twitter journalist world. He got there first, so he wins. Read some Peter Thiel, and you'll understand that. U.S. launches airstrikes against Iranian IRGC and affiliate targets in Syria in retaliation for an earlier Iranian affiliated drone strike that killed one U.S. contractor and injured 5 soldiers. Oh, it's attacks Israel. Okay, whatever. It's more bombs. That's not what we're looking at. Oh, man, there's all kinds of... So we've got, like... Man, Israel's a shit show. There's Bibi. Bibi hanging out with Rishi Sunak. Israel is complicated. There is a podcast you all should listen to. It's free, Fear and Loathing in New Jerusalem. Listen to it. It's like 8 hours. Listen to it. Listen to it, and I guarantee you it's going to change your opinion about the Israelis and the Palestinians, and you're just going to be like, man, these poor damn people. So let's talk about Rishi Sunak real quickly. Bree, I think you'll probably get this point the most or appreciate it the most. India's being conquered, or I'm sorry, the United Kingdom is being conquered by India. Financially. There's an Indian running the country now, for God's sakes. Man, the sun has set on the English Empire. An Indian is the Prime Minister. A Muslim is the mayor of London. Okay? The British Empire went around smacking everybody with a stick for hundreds of years, and the world came back with sticks. Bigger sticks. The UK is bending over. It is. And I really got to wonder who these oligarchs in the UK are. I want to know who they are. I think they're probably the they. When we talk about, they, it's they control the they, I really want to say that there are English families who are at the top of that with their bad teeth and ugly faces. No offense, I'm sorry, but the English are an ugly people. You loathe all religions equally? I sure as hell don't. There's some religions that are way better than others. Infinitely better than others. But that's besides the point. The point is, and I'm just going to leave it on Bibi right here, because look at it, the guy's in his 70s, but he's still a commando. Here's what's been happening. There's a whole bunch of protests going on in Israel. Oh, because So there's a couple of things that have been going on. One, there is the Likud party has been trying to change the rules to give the Likud party or the parliament more power over the Supreme Court. So the Israelis have been protesting that. And then there's the conflicts in the West Bank and Gaza where, it's more violent than it normally is. And so there's protests over all that. And there's the Israeli citizens getting hit with water cannons and being forced with all their jabbies. Israel's kind of on the brink, but Israel's such I'm not exactly sure what I want to say, but Israel's not going to fall apart. Put it that way. It's too valuable. They won't let Israel fall. Israel makes too much fancy technology. The worst thing about London is the food, gray-ass food in color and taste. I hear it's gotten better, thank you, Gordon Ramsay, but I don't know, Brie. We're going to get some on-the-ground reporting. Emily, we need you to go to London and tell us how good it is. And then, Cole, we need to tell you that you're wrong. And then I need to go over there and just be like, all right, guys, this is the real deal. Because I'm I'm not exactly a foodie, but damn if I don't have a palate. That's basically all I have for everything is falling to hell. I could probably Google other countries and just keep on being like, hey, so guys, remember COVID? And, oh, guys, remember Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka, they raided the palace. What about Panama? Was it not Panama? Is it Panama? Here's one for you. Venezuela lost something like 10% of their population to northern migration. They came up here to the United States. Oh, so in that part of the United States, that's done, by the way? The United States is now, you know how Reagan sold out America? Where he's like, we're going to go ahead and do amnesty, and ever since then, California's been blue. They're doing that to the rest of the country, and, the Republican Party is just letting the Democratic Party completely take over in perpetuity. And the way that the Republicans are doing about it, they're like, okay, well, we'll just take over state legislatures. And so that's where the power conflict thing is, but, the Republicans have nothing to do. They have no way of stopping the power grab that the Democrats have the Democrats have pulled off a coup. And so the United States is going to greatly trade over that. Like, I think I was talking to Emily about this one. Like, there's 2 million people pouring across the southern border every year. 2 million people. That's a lot of people, okay? And a lot of them are like Catholics. So maybe these people have more morals than like the people in freaking whatever big city all snorting cocaine and banging each other. So maybe we'll have some sort of revitalization by like, oh, well, it's foreign labor and it's going to dilute the workforce and it's make housing more expensive, but at least they're not assholes, so that's good. Mostly, allegedly. Forgive me if I got banged. But the point is, and there's another actual point to the migration thing is like we have a declining population, so we got to revitalize it somehow. And like these people are like, I'm gonna say they've fought to the top. The cream rises to the top. These people have like slogged across South America to get over here. They're at least tough. It's tough. Like pull an ox cart. Where's it going with this? Uncle Cole's, Corey, blah blah blah. Dolls. What's the Trump's? Oh, Trump. Hey, remember that guy? Hey, remember when, like, there were a whole bunch of people online who were like, oh my god, Trump's finally getting arrested. And then people were like, what's Trump getting arrested for? Doing exactly the same thing Hillary Clinton did. What's going on? Well, there's this prosecutor in New York who said, oh, this is a misdemeanor, but I'm going to call it a felony, and then we're going to go arrest the former president. And then, I'm sorry, my family, couldn't tell what that was. Cream and bastards rise, and psychopaths, Bree. Psychopathic narcissists do very well in our society. It's kind of built for them. But anyway, so this prosecutor was like, I'm going to go after Trump, and then Trump was like, they're going to come after me, and then everybody in like America was like, we need to shut this prosecutor down. Like, the last thing we want is Trump walking around in chains over a misdemeanor. I'd vote for the guy. I mean, everybody would. Oh, man, should we get some Hotep Jesus in here? We got to get some Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. And, oh, look, he's selling his subs. He's selling more subs. Man, this guy is such a grifter. He's so good at it. Where were we at? So what did the Hoteps have to say about this moment in time?
You don't have to be MAGA white to be real white.
You got to be MAGA white to be real white.
If you don't support Trump, you ain't white.
Thanks, Hoteps. We needed that. We need to lighten the air a little bit. So, don't you spit those words out of your mouth, Cole Jenkins. He's funny. He's a spurg. He's a spurg like you, talking about a mentally unstable. How dare you? Kiss your mama with that mouth? No, but I kiss. Never mind. Where are we going? Oh yeah, so they're like, oh, we're gonna go ahead and stop Trump, and then we're not gonna stop Trump because Van Jones said we shouldn't do that.
Like the right way to go. I think that the heat is on this DA. I think he's going to make a very sober decision, and I would not be surprised if he doesn't step back from the brink. I just think that the reality is he's got to make a sober decision now. I agree with David. A charge like this, a porn star payoff 7 years ago, somehow tied to the election, but not really. It doesn't seem like the right way to go. I think that
from the brink. He even said from the brink. Man, so Bree just said Van Jones is the love of my life. And Cole says, what is a spurg? A spurg is somebody who is on the autistic spectrum. So like, the somebody has Asperger's, they're a spurg. It's what the internet calls spurg. It's actually what a lot of spurgs call themselves. I'm a little spurgy. Which is why I don't care. Like, that's why it's really hard for me to care, is because I do have, like, I am on this spectrum, and I'm like, honesty is more important than your feelings. Apparently I was wrong. Because rolling the playground. Jesus Christ, you guys are weak. Anyway, but like, so Van Jones is the love of my life is what Bree says. And yeah, sure, Van Jones is like, dude, MVP Democrat. Dude, Van Jones is the most valuable Democratic pundit on television, the end. You all need to listen to him. You all need to listen to Van Jones. He's a really smart guy. And he's the one who tells the Democrats when they've gone too far. And Van Jones also went through the fire. Glenn Beck destroyed that man. It was like 15 years ago at this point now. But yeah, Glenn Beck shoot him up and spit him out. And then Van Jones was able to rebuild his career. Van Jones is a smart guy. They should really listen to him. So where was I going with any of this stuff? Oh yeah, Trump. So there was like this whole thing for a week of like, oh, Trump's going to go to jail. And then it's like, no, he's not. Because Trump got ahead of it. Oh man, we got to talk about Trump and DeSantis, am I right? So here's, I want you guys to see this because I'm not sure some of you noticed this. Trump, DeSantis. DeSantis destroyed his career. Let me see if I can get the video of that. Let's see. Where is it, Bree? What should I search for? Because I'm not actually really paying attention to this stuff too closely. I was busy talking to Colin Bay all weekend. DeSantis, porn star comment? Is that like porn? DeSantis? DeSantis? Yeah, here we go. Let's just do a shorter one. There's got to be one that's just got the like little clip right here. Oh, come on. Just give me the 10 seconds. Oh, for freak's sake. Here we go.
What goes into paying hush money to a porn star. You're talking about this situation with, and look, I don't know what goes into paying hush money to a porn star to secure silence over some type of alleged affair. I can't speak to that. You're talking about this situation with, and look, I don't know what goes into paying hush money to a porn star to secure silence over some type of alleged affair. I can't speak to that.
So let's break this down real quick. New York DA coming after Trump for alleged using campaign funds to pay off a porn star, which didn't happen. He got his lawyer to do it. And then he could have paid it. It's dumb. It's just dumb. And the governor has the ability to step in and block some of that bad whatever. And so then when the governor was asked about that and he didn't do it, he did an ad hominem attack against the former president, and then said, I don't know what it goes into paying off a porn star. Whereas the entire Republican base was just like, dude, this is a political crime. This is a political witch hunt. This is the political weaponization of the Justice Department, and it should never, ever, ever stand in the United States. Any government on earth in all of history that has weaponized the Justice Department politically, it's been bad. It's never been good. There's not one time this has ever been a good thing. Okay? We don't want to do this. We don't want to go down this road. If you want to get Trump, get him with an actual crime that, anybody would go down for. Because if you don't, it's all going to rip apart. So, anyways, DeSantis had this opportunity to say, I'm going to block this. This is a bunch of crap. This DA sucks. But instead he threw Trump under the bus, and now all the Trump train is gone. Like, the Trump train's gone. DeSantis is done. He will never be president. Well, I'm not going to say he'll never be president, but he sure as hell ain't going to be president in 2024. He's not getting the nomination. Like, he just nuked his career. Because he wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for Trump. Yep, and they ain't going to let that go. Trump wins the primary, loses the general election. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, I basically think that's what's going to happen. I don't see a mechanism for Trump being able to win because the next election is going to be settled in the courts. And the RNC isn't doing anything to fix what the DNC did to the courts because they don't want Trump to win either. All this is about Trump. All this is about. This is all just about control of power. They don't want the people. They don't want us to have an actual democracy. They don't. They don't. They don't really. They don't. Anybody who's crying about my democracy and we're trying to preserve democracy and fight for democracy, not one of those people believes in democracy. I don't believe in democracy. You know why? Because the meth head that Bree was hanging out the other day, their vote counts just as much as mine. Jesus Christ. So I got to wrap this up pretty quickly. Emily was asking about the hearings for TikTok hearings. I listened to some of it, but I bet there's some real good anecdotes. And then, Cole, we're going to have to leave pretty soon. If we're going to catch that movie, we're going to have to bounce soon. Cole, text Jessica about the movie. I'm going to wrap up in like 5 minutes. So I listened to the CEO of TikTok talk, and this is basically what I have come up with. The CEO of TikTok is a really smart person. People who are CEOs tend to be really, really, really smart people. There's a reason that they're CEOs. That actually reminds me real quick. We got to do this one real quick. Dershowitz. Because this is some body language exercise for all you people. Ready? Okay, wait, that doesn't work. So we're going to do volume. And I wish I could make this bigger, but I can't. Actually, I might be able to do it this way. Here, hang on with me. Bear with me for a second. Not technological difficulties, but... You son of a bitch. Maybe if I... Yeah, there we go. So we're going to do that. If I keep zooming it like that. And a little bit more. I want you to read Dershowitz's face.
Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. One last question. Do you think that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
No, of course not. Well, he didn't kill himself without the help of some people. He did kill himself, but he killed himself with the help of Gar.
Wait. Let's go back here real quickly. Look at his right eye. Okay, look at his right eye. And Cole, did you text Jessica or did you text Jacob? Because I'm doing a show.
One last question. Do you think that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
No, of course not.
One last question.
Twitch.
Do you think that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
Twitch.
No.
One last question.
Twitch.
Do you think that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
No, of course not. Well, he didn't kill himself without the help of...
And then it's like, yeah, no, of course not. Well, I mean... That's a tell. And then listen to him just...
some people. He did kill himself, but...
And then here's some BSing.
With the help of guards. He didn't do it by himself. He couldn't have done that. Obviously, though, the videos were turned off, and the guards turned their back, and his cellmate left. So I think he killed himself, but he killed himself with the assistance of some people.
That's lying like a pro lawyer. Dershowitz ain't a young guy. He's on his feet. Look at that. Bree, that's snappy. That was good for Dershowitz. Where are we going, though? ByteDance hearing. So, the CEO is a really smart guy. I believe that this was done kind of like the Twitter hearings were and the other Silicon Valley hearings were, where the CEO is insulated from a lot of the bad shenanigans. So when they get pulled before Congress to talk about it, they can't talk about it because they don't know anything that's going on. He's a really smart guy. And at the end of the day, I think the United States is going to wind up, we're going to wind up buying TikTok somewhat. And then it's not going to change anything. Like all that user data, the Chinese will still be able to access the user data. The Democrats want this to go through because they view TikTok as another tool that they can put into their Silicon Valley tool belt to go ahead and control humanity. Okay, that's it. That's basically it. They want to control that algorithm too. It's just another tool. This does not change things much one way or the other. They might get rid of some of the bad stuff TikTok does, but they might not. The end. Let's check out some of this hearing.
When you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face, we need to know where your eyes are.
Why do you need to know what the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated?
And that data is stored on your local...
Here, let me see if I can... That was a really good exchange.
I'd like to direct your attention to the screen for a short video, if you don't mind. With that, I yield back.
Yeah.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the.
So if I have a
Question.
TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you can answer that. Mr. Chu, does TikTok...
Mr. Show, I'd like to direct your attention to the screen for a short video, if you don't mind. That video was posted 41 days ago. As you can see, it is captioned me as F. Your own community guidelines state that you have a firm stance against enabling violence on or off TikTok. We do not allow people to use our platform to threaten or incite violence or to promote violent extremist organizations, individuals, or acts. When there is a threat to public safety or an account is used to promote or glorify off-platform violence, we ban the account. This video has been up for 41 days. It is a direct threat to the chairwoman of this committee, the people in this room, and yet it still remains on the platform. And you expect us to believe that you are capable of maintaining the data security, privacy, and security of 150 million Americans where you can't even protect the people in this room? I think that is a blatant display of how vulnerable people who use TikTok are. You couldn't take action after 41 days when a clear threat, a very violent threat to the chairwoman of this committee and the members of this committee was posted on your platform. You damn well know that you cannot protect the data and security of this committee or the 150 million users of your app because it is an extension of the CCP. And with that, I yield back.
Can I respond, Chair?
No, we're going to move on.
Okay, never mind. That wasn't exciting. It's whatever. I'm just going to wrap this up real quick because I got to go. That was like one of the most contentious hearings allegedly in human history. Like they just blasted the CEO of TikTok over and over again. Okay, cool. At the end of the day, I really don't think it just changes anything. Brie, I don't think this changes. Emily, I don't think this changes anything. TikTok's bad. We're still going to have TikTok. The end. The Chinese will still be able to access all the data. The end. Like, that's basically, that's it. That's basically, that's it. Like, we don't care. Like, if you want to look at something that's nefarious, look at our own intelligence, like, I'm sorry, excuse me, our own social media networks. Like, they're already spying on us. If you have Messenger, if you have Messenger on your phone, Instant Messenger on your phone, that's Facebook tracking your GPS everywhere you go. That's how Facebook, like, it literally, if you have Instant, even if it's closed, even if it's not operating, even if it's the Messenger, the app's closed, if it's on your phone, you're being tracked. Okay? There's just tons of tracking in the phones. All the social media networks are tracking your phone. They're looking at you, trying to figure out how to sell you erection pills. But that's what I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm gonna go see John Wick. I hope y'all have a good week. Biden-Israel-Cyprus arms deal story. What the hell? Oh yeah, that was pretty rowdy. I'm going to end with that one, and then you guys can go discover it. So there is a... Who was it? I want to say the guy's Israeli. And he was looking into payments that the Bidens were getting for some shenanigans. And I want to say this was Ukrainian shenanigans. Possibly Chinese shenanigans, but the guy was reporting on shenanigans, and then right after he reported on shenanigans, he was arrested in Cyprus and accused of being an arms dealer, even though the guy was like a former spook. was like a former intelligence agency guy, and they're like, no, you're laundering weapons, and you better come over to America. They're going to extradite him, like they're trying to extradite him like Julian Assange. Because the end of the day, mobs run everything. That's the big story. The mafia runs our entire globe. The end. That's it. That's the big conspiracy. A bunch of black money runs everything. And I'm going to go on that happy note. So let's go back to Bree's positivity. So how do you adopt a positive mindset? Focus on things to be positive and uplifting and happy about. Be grateful for stuff, and then boom, you're good. Okay? I'm going to go. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Angels on your pillow. Have a great weekend.